Welcome back to So Happy Sewing Tutorials. Today we'll be sewing the Wellfleet T-Shirt from Cashmerette, and I'll be making View A, the long sleeve version. This is one of those patterns that really blurs the line between casual and polished. It's designed for stable knit fabrics like ponte, double knit, or a heavier jersey with a little bit of stretch. So you get all the comfort of a knit but with a more structured, elevated look. The pattern includes two views. View A, which I'm focusing on today, has long sleeves and hip length, and View B is the short sleeve version, which keeps all the same design lines but is a bit shorter with a more casual feel for warmer weather. The construction is nearly identical between the two, so once you've made one, the other will feel very familiar. What really stands out about this pattern is the fit. The front includes bust darts, which is something you don't often see in knit garments, but it makes a huge difference in the shaping. Cashmerette also includes multiple cup size options for the front bodice, so you get a great fit right out of the gate. The back is made from two pieces with a center back seam, which adds even more shaping throughout the body, and the neckline and bottom edges are finished with facings instead of bands, creating a smooth, refined finish. Since I'm making View A, I'll be using the long sleeve pieces along with the matching sleeve facings, which are what create that signature slit detail. If you were making View A, you'd switch those out for the short sleeve and their facings, but the technique stays the same. Before we jump into sewing, let's take a look at the pattern pieces, including its design. The front bodice pieces allow you to choose from 3 different cup size ranges. The back piece is cut as 2 pieces to create that center back seam. The front neck facing and back neck facing create a clean, structured neckline. Then for the sleeves, you'll cut the pieces depending on the view. For View A, you'll cut either the standard or full bicep long sleeve and the corresponding long sleeve facing. For View B, you can also choose from a standard or full bicep short sleeve, and you'll cut the short sleeve facing. Then we also have the pieces 9 and 10, which are the front and back hem facings. They replace a traditional hem, so they'll give you a clean, structured finish at the bottom along with a subtle side slit detail. For all of the main seams, we will be using a narrow zigzag stitch with a 0.5mm width and 2.5mm length. This is such a great pattern if you're looking for something that feels comfortable to wear but looks a little bit more put together than an average t-shirt. I hope you join me to sew another wonderful wardrobe staple. Let's get started. Here is my front bodice piece. I've gone ahead and marked my darts. Now I'll pin them in place. Sew the darts from the outside edge to the point, leaving thread tails at the point so you can tie them in knots. For larger busts, you'll press your darts upward, otherwise you can press them downward. Here are both of my back bodice pieces. I'm going to place them right sides together and pin the center back seam. Sew the center back seam from top to bottom with a 3/8 inch seam allowance. If your fabric frays, you'll finish those raw edges separately and press the seam open. Place the front and back bodice pieces right sides together at the shoulders and pin in place. Sew these shoulder seams with a 3/8 inch seam allowance. Finish the raw edges together if needed and press the seam toward the back bodice piece. Here are my front and back neck facing pieces. Place them right sides together and pin the shoulder seams. Sew those shoulder seams at 3/8 of an inch and press these seams toward the front facing piece. And if your fabric frays, you'll finish those raw edges together. Place the facing right sides together with the neckline pinning all the way around, aligning the shoulder seams and the center front and back. Sew all around the neckline opening with a 3/8 inch seam allowance. We're going to understitch the facing by turning that facing up and over its seam allowance, then sewing that facing to the seam allowance underneath all the way around, close to the original stitching line. Now that the facing is understitched, we'll turn it to the inside of the garment, Give the facing a good press all the way around the neckline, slightly favoring the facing to the inside so it's not visible from the outside. I've given that a good press, and I've also pinned the facing to the bodice all the way around, along that inner bottom edge. From the right side of the fabric, we're going to sew with a 1-inch seam allowance around the entire neckline, catching that facing in our stitches, using a straight stitch of a 3mm length. Now on the inside of the garment at the armholes, we're going to baste the facing to the outer edges of the armhole. Here are my sleeve facings for view A, the long sleeve. If you're sewing the short sleeve, you will have cut the short sleeve facing pieces. Finish the top edges of the facings if your fabric frays. I've gone ahead and marked the slit marking from the pattern piece onto the wrong side of my facings. Place your sleeve facing right sides together with the bottom of your sleeve, making sure you're placing the correct facing onto the correct sleeve. Pin in place along the bottom and up to the peak of your slit. Repeating for both sleeves. Using a 2.5mm straight stitch, we're going to sew along the bottom up to the peak of the slit marking, back down and to the other side of the bottom of the sleeve for both sleeve pieces. From the slit markings to the top of the point, we're going to slit into that seam allowance, careful not to clip through the stitching at the top. Also trim the seam allowances at the bottom of the slit. Then we can turn the facings to the inside of the sleeve. As you give the bottom edges a press, you'll slightly favor that facing to the inside once again so it's not visible from the outside. Repeat for both sleeves. On the front of the fabric, we're going to mark the top stitching line of the facing. For the long sleeve, this distance will be 2.5 inches from the lower edge, and for the short sleeve, it's 1 3/4 inches from the lower edge. Before sewing that top stitching line, we're going to attach the sleeves to the bodice. Place your sleeve right sides together with its corresponding armhole, aligning the center notch at the top of the sleeve with the shoulder seam, also aligning the front and back notches pin in place. Sew the sleeve to the bodice with a 3/8 inch seam allowance. Finish the raw edges if your fabric needs and press the seam toward the sleeve. Repeat for the opposite sleeve. Once both of your sleeves are attached, place the front and back bodice pieces and their sleeves right sides together. Pin the bodice pieces together from the lower notch to the armhole. Then pin the sleeve seam from the armhole, opening out the facing so that you can pin across that seam to the bottom edges of the facing. To reduce bulk, I'm opening out the seam allowance of the facing. Sew from the bottom notch on the bodice pieces across the seam to the bottom raw edge of the facing. Repeat on both sides. At the notch at the bottom of the bodice where our stitching began, we're going to clip into that notch from the outer edge to the stitching line and not beyond, on both sides of the blouse. Then, if your fabric frays, you can finish the raw edges together from the notch to the bottom of the facing and press the seam toward the back of the garment. Then we can turn the bodice right side out. Along the bottoms of the sleeves where we've pressed that facing to the inside, just as I did for the neckline facing, I'm going to pin it in place all the way around before top stitching. Then we can sew the top of the facing to the bottom of the sleeve all the way around along the line that you drew onto your fabric earlier, using a 3mm straight stitch. Here are my front and back facing pieces. If your fabric frays, you'll finish the upper edges of each of the front and back facing pieces. For the back hem facing pieces, place them right sides together and pin the center seam. Sew the center seam with a 3/8 inch seam allowance and press the seam open. Place the front and back hem facing pieces right sides together. Pin together from the upper notches to the upper raw edge. Then we can sew those small portions together from the notch to the upper raw edges with a 3/8 inch seam allowance. Just as we did at the bottommost notch for the bodice, we're going to clip into the seam allowance from the outer edge to the notch at the top of the facing on both sides, making sure not to snip through the stitching line. Then press those small seam allowances open. Place the hem facing right sides together with the bottom of the bodice, aligning the side seams. Starting at the notches that we clipped into, pin the side seams and along the entire bottom edge. We're going to sew the remainder of the side seam and the bottom edge of one facing, then the other. Starting at the notch, sew with a 3/8 inch seam allowance, pivot along the bottom edge, then sew to the notch on the other side. Sew the opposite facing in the same way. Trim the bottom corners of the seam allowances for both the front and back facing. Turn the facings right side out and give them a press, once again favoring the facings to the inside so they're not visible from the outside. Now we can mark our top stitching lines along the bottom facings in the same way as we did for the sleeve facings. The bottommost top stitching line will be 2 inches from the bottom edge and 2 inches from the side edges. At the side seams, we're going to draw a line 1/2 inch above the top of the slit to connect the lines from the front to the back. I've pinned my facing on the inside all the way around. Now we're going to top stitch along the lines that we've transferred with a 3mm straight stitch. And now the top is complete. Thank you for joining me to sew the Wellfleet T-shirt today. Check out this pattern at Cashmerette Club. I'll link the description below. And I'll see you in the next sew along.